Okay, well, we can get started. Yeah, so I can tell you about my project. I'm just studying delivery drivers in Riga in the perspective that they are independent contractors rather than full-on employees. So independent
Mhm.
contractors can sometimes not have the same support systems as regular employees, and there can be sort of some potential exploitative behaviors from companies, as well as I'm exploring like Riga's urban infrastructure and just trying to get an overall understanding of what the experience is like to be a delivery driver in Riga, especially from the perspective of someone who has just moved to Riga for the first time, or maybe kind of considers themselves it feels like an outsider in Riga. So to kind of understand what that experience is like. Um, so yeah, I'm studying cultural anthropology, which, if you don't know, is kind of just the study of human interaction, basically. And yeah, so this interview will be used as some data for me for writing a 20-page report on the topic. And I've also got two other interviews from some drivers that are shared some interview. And I've also done some analyzation of some data online, of some online communities and Reddit forums and things like that. Um,
Yeah,
so, anyways, yeah, we just have some questions we can go through if it's okay with you. So
yeah,
you lived in Riga for 2 years. What brought you to Riga?
yeah. Basically, when I joined my master's course there, so I came for studies basically. But because I already did my master's in India and I'm an architect by profession, so everything was doing well. What I thought is like, let's go to Europe. And the best part about studying in Riga was that it is very cheap as compared to all other European countries. So it was like living is cheap there. Accommodation is comparatively cheap from Italy and all those places. So I thought let's and also tuition fees is quite comparatively compared to India. It's like quite cheap. So I thought that I will have a European degree and also I will move across Europe so that I can learn more design and architecture by exploring and moving across the European countries. And I will learn a different subject as well. I will also get through how European education looks like, how it goes, and also I will have a fair time of staying there. So I can get a visa for 2 years, so I can explore more, see more, and then I can come back maybe. So that was what my what called me to Riga.
That's great. How did you find the experience studying architecture in Riga? Like your program, was it interesting? Like perspective, I guess, being in Riga.
So somebody, I got what I actually learned is that you said that how was my experience in learning architecture in Riga?
Yeah, in the architecture program, how was your experience of the program? Was it good or did?
Yeah. So basically, I did my bachelor's in architecture from India and then master's in design. So this was my third master's, which I was planning to do. And because I didn't got any architecture program, because I already did bachelor's in architecture. So the only program I could go was master's in architecture. And the master's in architecture program was not available in anywhere in Riga in English. So that was a little tough for me. So what I did is I joined a course which was MSc in Real Estate and Civil Construction Management, which was there in RTU. So I joined RTU according to that. And what I thought is this will, because I'm an architect, so it will connect the construction and real estate thing. So it will be a new skill for me because I will learn something related to architecture, but like on the peripheries of architecture, I will learn something new. So that's what I thought, and that's why I came there. So exactly architecture, I didn't learn. I learned architecture more by watching the buildings that are across because of Art Nouveau architecture Liga is known for. So I learned architecture more while watching the buildings, and I learned real estate. and construction management from the course itself in RTO. And the experience about real estate and construction was good. I noticed a quite difference as compared to India in terms of education, which actually I wanted to explore. So what I really felt is that in India that we have like quite close lines in education. Like we have to uh, abide by a lot of rules and regulations to go through, through the entire education system. So if my professor believes about something and he said that this is right, so I have to, abide by all what he believes and what he perceives at the problem, how he perceives at the problem basically. So I'll have to also look at the problem through his perspective. While in Riga and in maybe I don't know if it's everywhere there or not, but in European education, I have realized that it's like more freedom. So you can like more freely talk about your perspective, and you can come up with more interesting ideas which are very contrasting to your professor belief system maybe. So that they are like more welcoming to different opinions and perspectives, which is very interesting for me. And you get a lot of freedom to explore. So you can learn new things and you can come up with various ideas which they actually very welcome with both hands, which I really like about European education.
Yeah. Was that something that you expected, or was it a surprise that it was more, I guess, free kind of thinking?
Yeah, like I was expecting it a little bit. Actually, when I was studying in India, a friend of mine came from Norway. So he came to India in an exchange program, and he was there for a semester when I was doing masters. So I had a very good friendship with him, and he told me about this that when you will come to Europe, and especially Norway, he was talking about. So you will realize that you have a lot of freedom to explore and. You are on your own entirely. So it's completely your project is your baby, and you have to look after that. So it was like very different for me. And like he said that in India, the professors spoon feed you a lot, but there they doesn't do that much. So you are on your own. So I think. Uh, I was like little scared a bit also because at the same time I was thinking like, oh, we have to do a lot of things on our own, and that's was a little more like a more responsible thing as well. But but you also at the same time you get a lot of freedom. So I was having a fair idea of it would be something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, in your program, was there mostly people from outside Riga, or was it people from Latvia, or did you meet people from, your own country, or?
Yeah, like most of the because it was in English, so most of the students were from India itself, and some of the students were from Sri Lanka. Some of the students were from Azerbaijan. Some of them were from France. So yeah, it was like quite a diversified group of people who were studying together, and sometimes like during the college, during the classes, I used to feel that they had a very stupid point of view, and when somebody come up with something and they pop up in the middle of the class and they say, "Oh, I think like that," and I'm like, "Oh, that's so stupid point of view." But I'm so happy by the fact that the faculties have this kind of respect for each and every opinion. May it be like very stupid or may it be very intellectual.
Yeah.
And they treat it with that equal respect and they listen to it. So that was quite interesting because I come to know that like too many people across the globe who joined, but they were like no Latvian at all because every Latvian wants to learn in Latvian language.
Right.
So because it was in English, so but there were like a lot of people from across the globe which joined the course.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, another guy I interviewed, he was from India, and he told me that the reason he wanted to move to Latvia to study, he was studying business in Latvia, was to meet people from all over Europe. But he said when he moved to Latvia and was in the business program in English, instead of meeting people from all over Europe, he met people just from all over India, like every part of India. Yeah, yeah. He was like, it
That's
was a
true. That's
full
true. Because
cultural, yeah, experience as well.
yeah, I don't know, and I realized that that's also good in a sense because in India you don't go to south of India, you don't go to other parts of India because in yourself you are so much limited. When you go abroad and you see, oh, okay, we have people from south of India, and then you don't have any option to become friends with them. And then after a certain time, you realize that there are some cool people had different culture, and you start loving your culture again more.
Yeah.
And then you basically you went to discover India to Latvia.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really
Wow, yeah.
interesting thing that it's funny that you kind of mentioned it too a little bit, you know, it's um but anyways, their only choice is that you know, yeah. Yeah, because I tried to sign up to be a delivery driver for this project, to do it for a few months while I'm writing all this, so I can understand the
Yeah.
process as well. And I was denied, and also they didn't respond. Wolt didn't respond for like 3 months. Uh, it's crazy. Yeah.
Exactly. Which one did you apply for? Bolt or Wolt?
I made a mistake of applying for Wolt first. So
Yeah,
Bolt
Bolt is.
Bolt Bolt got back to me within about 2 weeks, but they said I wasn't able to drive because I didn't fill out this self-employment. You have to fill out some
Okay.
self-employment authorization, you know, in Latvia. Did you have to do this
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to go through this self-employment that you were self-employed. So there was like one of my friend who actually he was from Pakistan, so he was well aware of these things. So how
Yeah.
to get yourself self-employed and all those things. So I think he did it for me that time.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you know him
and
before you?
then no, I came to know him when I went there.
Okay. Yeah.
We became friends in the dormitory, and then we are still friends. And he was like a very good friend for me because I also had some problem there later. So he was like always there. So that was good. And he also like I then advised him to a lot of people who are coming to Riga, like in the recent times, and they are new and they doesn't know how to get themselves self-employed or how to get those things fixed because most of the things are in Latvian, so they
Yeah.
become very baffled.
Yeah.
So because of I have a YouTube channel, a lot of people come to me, reach to me like, can we do something and those things. So I used to direct those all queries to him, and then he used to take some, I think, 5-10 euros, and he used to do that on their behalf. So he also making some money out of the information he has, and
Right.
at the same time, yeah, and
Yeah.
at the same time, those people are also getting their things quickly done because he knows the entire procedure.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, because I mean, for me, the process was really difficult because you know I didn't know anyone who's doing Walter Bolt, so I didn't have anyone to ask. So I just went to their website and it lists you need a driver's license, blah blah blah, these things, but they don't say you need to sign up for this self-employed thing. You know, so you only know these things if you know someone else, really, because
Yeah,
it's quite.
yeah,
It's,
and because he was there for with us only, and he was like more handy. So he has gone through all those checks and everything, so he can guide you like quickly. He can tell you this will happen, this will happen, this will happen. Don't get scared. This will happen,
yeah,
this will happen. So he has gone through all those things, and he was a very rigorous driver in
yeah.
terms of whole delivery. Because I know him that he was working for 15 hours straight, whole delivery driving, and
Wow.
like
Yeah.
this is you are crazy. So, yeah,
Do you
he knows
remember
it.
what
Yeah.
some of the warnings he was telling you, or some of the instructions, or like you know what kind of things was he
Yeah.
telling you? Uh,
Yeah, like initially when I started, so he advised me about a lot of things. First of all, what was things are like, yeah. So that you don't have to, what happens in when you start driving and start delivering. Many times when you reach there and you try to reach the customer that okay, we have the order here and here, please take it. They sometimes don't mention the room number or a flat apartment number. So you are standing outside the building and you are calling them and nobody is reachable. And they are not picking up the call. Maybe they are drunk or they slept or something like this happened. And now you are confused and you are, don't know where to go. Now you are calling the support in Bolt. Then Bolt is saying, okay, we will get to back to you. Now maybe Bolt is trying to reach them. And now Bolt is trying to reach them. By that time, it is almost like half an hour wasted. And he told me that if you actually wanted to work as a Bolt driver, the like a good money you will be able to make it is if you do it very fast, like one after the other. So it has to go fast. Like you have to just quickly deliver it again, get online, deliver it, get online. The more you do it fast, the more it will get back to you. You will have more deliveries available to you. At the same time, you will be able to make more money out of short span of time. So this he told me, and at the same time, the challenges which come is something like that when people is not responding to your call and you are standing outside the building in cold and you don't have anywhere to go, what to do, and you are completely like confused. So at that point of time, he told me that you don't have to worry. You have to call them twice, not more than twice. Just call them twice, then reach the Bolt, give them a call, and they will say, okay, we will get back to you. So either you drop the parcel right there in the building, in front of that building, and click a photo and leave. Or if the Bolt reaches back to you, then mostly Bolt will say that take the food along with you and go if they are not responding.
Yeah.
So these are like something he like some tricks and tricks he taught me to earn money quickly. And also you have to be like very quite vigilant of where policemen are standing because I think Bolt drivers are the one who are crossing signals and um, red lights and like they are finding other ways around to like do the delivery quickly.
Yeah.
So in order to do that delivery quickly, they are like finding another roads, passing through fields maybe, so that they can reach the place quickly. So they can incur a lot of fines. So the one thing he told me is that you have to be vigilant where police is standing, so that keep actually like sharp eye on the police vehicle anywhere. Because if they see you, maybe they will approach you and then they will find you.
Oh, wow. Did you know anyone who was fined?
Yeah, like all my Bolt of people who are doing Bolt, everybody has been fined. Everybody
Oh, wow.
almost.
Wow. I didn't realize
Yeah,
that. Were you
everybody almost. Yeah.
yeah. Were you using a bicycle or a e-bike or a scooter or something?
No, actually, I was using car from very first day because I had a lower back injury, so I cannot drive bike or car. Sorry, car like bike or cycle for a very long time.
Yeah.
So I was waiting to buy the car, and as soon as I bought the car, then only I starting my boat delivery.
Oh, okay. So you brought some money from before to move here and bought a car in Riga.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. What kind of car was?
That was a Renault. Renault. I don't exactly remember the model, but it was Renault. It was
Yeah.
a black color car. Not very expensive. I bought it for around 1,000 euros from a
Yeah.
friend of mine,
Yeah.
and it was like very cool car. Like it is not very fast, but it was a lightweight. It was a hatchback, so I can quickly move across and park in a very small space.
Yeah.
So yeah, that I bought it from one of my friends itself. So he was willing to sell it.
Did you have to get a Latvian driver's license?
No, I like actually it I had to, but I didn't apply for one. Before I could apply, I came back to India. So next time I'll be there, I'll try for this. But
Yeah.
my friends, all my friends who were doing Bolt, everybody tried to obtain a driving license. And to obtain a driving license is so pretty hard there as
Yeah.
compared to India. It's like very, 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 very tiring process.
It's pretty expensive too.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, and also you have to go through this training, you know.
Yeah,
So there are like people who are teaching you driving rules there. The only thing is like I think driving rules are more or less the same. The only thing is that the drivers, like who are teaching you driving rules, they will actually tell you more about what the person who will actually inspector when you will apply for a license, and then they will take you for a walk, like in the car, when they will check you if you are driving right. That
yeah,
inspector, what will inspector check in you? So they will tell you more about what could inspector check you and fail you for.
right.
So I think that's more important. That's why it is more important to have a driving license classes in Latvia before applying for any, even if you are a very perfect driver.
Yeah,
But because they tell you more about how instructor will watch you and what are the key points which will they will notice. So
yeah,
even if you know to drive the car with your legs, but when the instructor is there, you have to keep the hands straight, not even crossed and this and that. So he will
yeah,
tell you all those small things, which my friends told me because they all took the classes. And
yeah,
I even one of our time, my friend actually went there to take this inspection for driving license. And then the inspector came and then he took the person to drive the car. And we were following him in the next car at the back. So I just
yeah.
wanted to see like where
Oh,
he that inspector will yeah. So I wanted to see where this inspector is taking him to and from
right.
which route.
Yeah,
So
that's
that because I yeah, so because I was thinking that maybe next time when I will apply, I will have a fair idea of which route they take you to.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, because I've heard they take you on some really challenging routes, like with the trams and all this, like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And there are like some particular places they will take you there all the time. Like I had went with three friends for three inspections, and every time I was at the back. So I was watching with my car, and there were like one place they were always taking to that junction all the time, and it
yeah,
was actually a very difficult junction because there were a tram route coming up there. There was a construction going up there as well, and then you have to stop and then take a left turn. And I think anybody can like make a mistake there because it's very challenging to understand which road is what.
it was probably the one near Old Town and near the bridge, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, somewhere, yeah.
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 Uh, so, had you ever done any job like this before moving to Riga, or was it your first time doing this kind of job?
Delivery job? No, I never did. Actually, in
Yeah,
India, the delivery jobs, the compensation for delivery jobs is very low.
yeah,
So I never thought of doing something like that. But when I came to Riga, I thought like, okay, the compensation is fairly okay. So to sustain it there. Also, till that time you are not getting any job, it's fairly a good thing to survive. Good way to survive. So I
yeah.
started there.
What did you like most about the job? Like the hours, or what was the best experience part of it to be a driver in Riga?
The best, I don't know, like the best thing to do work in a Bolt or any kind of job is the freedom to start any time, any point of the day.
Yeah,
So I think that is the only plus and the biggest plus which you have, that you just like whenever you are free, just start, and when you are done or you have some important work to do, you have a class or something, you can switch it off, go do your class, and then start again. So the flexibility is very good. Second is that it also you can do it with comfort of a bicycle or something. So you don't need to invest too much of money there, which is also again. But it is really tough to do it on a bicycle because of harsh cold weather.
yeah,
So the more challenging it is. I think Bolt and Bolt should uh, like increase the pay for having more drivers joining
yeah.
them.
Do you think it's enough? The compensation, do you think it's enough for a student to survive and to live a pretty decent life while they're studying there, just doing the courier job?
But if I say a decent life, that would be no. But
Yeah,
to survive, it is okay because, and it also depends on how you live your life. So
yeah,
like for example, for me, I don't drink, I don't booze, I don't smoke.
yeah,
So I cut my expenses already there, and then I
right.
don't have any, I don't I, like I don't have this lodging for branded clothes as well. So I cut off my expenses there. So
Yeah,
if somebody like wants to survive and just have a decent meal and all those things and focus on study, then I think it is enough to work and focus on their studies. But if you want to sustain there and have a decent living, I think it's quite a challenging thing because if you are doing it with car, then you have to pay the bills of the car, insurance, petrol, and all those things come into play. Then also, I think like if you are working for 3, 4 hours straight, then it is not helping you much because your time goes there at the same time, and also your petrol and all those things are also going there. But if you work continuously for 10 hours, so because if you are working continuously, you also get more deliveries automatically. I think like this entire system has been designed as such: the more quickly you do delivery, the more you get more deliveries to deliver. So if you work for long hours, 10 hours, 11 hours, 8 hours minimum, then it actually helps you more in terms of sustaining yourself.
yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Another thing, like these companies, they don't hire you as an employee per sense, like at the casino, like it's a different status of worker. And I'm curious, did they have a similar status in, were you living in India or in Pakistan?
I'm in India.
India. Do they have the same status there, like employee and also independent contractor or partner kind of status? And is it similar
Uh,
to the Latvian or is it different?
yeah, I think like it's like more like a marketing gimmick. I would say that it makes you feel more as business partners as compared to an employee, but it
Yeah.
doesn't help you in terms of being a business partner. It's like
Right.
more giving you a little bit of respect,
Right.
so that you feel a little proud of okay, we are equal business partners in the company and we are not employees. uh, so it's like more like just respecting you by calling you as a uh, partner support.
Yeah.
And in India, it was like we have two big companies there because I'm living in the capital in Delhi. So we have two big companies, Zomato and Swiggy. So these two companies actually initially started when they started this project for food deliveries. They also like said this that you will be a delivery agent boys. But now they have then they converted. I think they would have stolen this idea from the Europe only. And now they converted them to call it them as delivery partners,
Yeah.
and so now they are also calling them their delivery partners.
Okay. Even the same in India now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Also, maybe it will help them to cut on the taxes because an employee you will have to get the insurance of your employees done and all those things.
Yeah.
So if you call them an employee, then you have to give them all the employee benefits. So the company is playing smart with words. I think all of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. 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 Exactly. Yeah. Um, yeah. Do you think that it's right for them to do this, or what do you think about all this?
Calling delivery partners.
Yeah, I mean, or like not making them employees, because it's kind of a dangerous job. You could get hit by a car. You could well, all kinds of stuff could happen to you, and it's like you have no protection.
Yeah, I would like to tell you this incident which happened to a friend of mine, and he's no more. And I was in Latvia at that time, and actually he got hit by a car.
Oh wow, yeah,
So yeah, and he got killed. He was from Pakistan. He was like we were living in the same dormitory, and one fine day I got to know that he is in hospital, and I was like, what happened? and he told me that some he was crossing the road on a cycle, so he tried to take a shortcut or something,
Yeah.
and so something, and because like uh, in Latvia, what I have realized is like uh, if you if they are actually on their road and they are going in the right direction, the drivers I'm talking about, they
Yeah.
don't care too much even if somebody take a wrong turn, you
Right.
know.
Yeah.
For example, in India, this is the difference I realized in driving in India and there, that if for example if I am coming on my road and I'm driving perfectly fine, and if somebody in front of me took a wrong turn,
Yeah.
so I will not put that blame on him that he took a wrong turn. Rather than first of all, I would like to save him first,
Yeah.
and first of all save myself from that going into that dangerous situation, and then I will maybe move and I will just call him stupid or something, and then I'll just move across it.
Yeah.
But I will not, try to get this or shook my shoulders again and then say that that's not my mistake, it's his mistake. I will go and hit him. Who cares?
Right.
So this attitude is like what which I found in Latvia is like too much, which whether they are like driving at their own speed because they are driving at their own speed. If somebody took a wrong turn, they will not, try to save you or save themselves because they can also get into a particular situation.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
but I don't know how they don't care. They go and bam, they will hit that person
Yeah.
because he's coming on the road. It's not their fault.
Right. They're more focused
So some,
on the following the rules rather than actually safe driving, you're
yeah,
saying. Yeah.
yeah, save somebody. Yeah. So this happened with him. He was not able to survive. He was in a coma for I think for 10 days around. There.
Wow. That's so sad. Yeah. So sad.
Sitting lonely in my room again, trying to find the words to say, but nothing comes out.